Hey guys, ArtisanTony, and I just wanted to welcome you along with another experiment in fire starting materials. You know, we all know about jute as a fire starting material. It's natural, it's biodegradable. You know, that's why it's used a lot in gardens. You don't have to worry about leaving a lot of debris behind in your garden. This jute is from India. This small roll here, because jute is obviously a plant, but it loves water, and it's basically grown in standing water. And I'll try to put in a few pictures. It's grown mainly in areas like in India and Bangladesh, those areas where they have a lot of monsoons, because it loves standing water. That's just a few little fun facts that I learned while I was doing research for this video. I imagine though that there is probably differences in the way they're manufactured, and I wanted to find the best burning jute. So I think these smaller rolls are going to actually be the better jute. So anyway, let's get started. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just do a simple braid here with 3 strands. I think we all know how to do a simple braid.
I'm just going to go over this one, back and forth. And what you're not trying to get fancy here. You just want to braid these 3 strands. Pull these out behind me as I go here. So, a simple braid is just a 3-stranded braid. You just, see if I can get this in view. All you're doing is just run that over that, run that over that, run that again back over that, and every now and then just pull, this is how I do it, just pull the untangled ends. And we'll just keep going.
Now this doesn't have to be pretty, okay guys? You're gonna burn this, okay? Okay, up to the end, I'm just gonna tie a knot. Okay, by now you're saying, what the heck is he doing? What I'm going to do now is create one big braided rope from our smaller braided ropes. And I think in the end this might make sense, I'm not sure. But what I'm going to do first is just tie a rubber band around these ends. Okay, so now I have all 3 of my braided ropes sort of attached at the ends. So now what I'm going to do is just make one big braided rope. Basically what you have now are 9 strands. You have, 3 individual braided ropes braided together. And again, what I'm trying to do here, you'll see when I start coating this with the gel wax, you don't want to coat the entire, you don't want to saturate this because it'll be hard to light and it won't burn evenly. So what I'm trying to do is actually create voids, air pockets and voids where the gel wax is going to be absent, so that when I throw my spark on here, it'll just light, it'll just start right up. Well, I'm almost out of gel wax, but that's what I'm using. This has made a bunch of fire starter. I have made probably 10 of these lint logs, which burn forever. Basically dryer lint and saturated with the gel wax. And I'm going to make one if I have enough gel wax left over. So let me get this out of here. That's a pretty good bit. Ooh. Just a little word of warning here, do not put this, do not try to melt this gel wax on high heat. It is, flammable, and if it starts smoking a little, just turn the heat down. You just want to slowly melt it. Okay, it's time. Be really careful with this stuff now. It's going to be hot. Duh. But it will burn you. Uh-oh. Time out. What to do this with 2 hands, I think. Okay, for safety's sake, I spilled a little bit on the eye there. I'm trying to use it with 1 hand, so for sake of safety, I turned the camera off and did it with 2 hands. But I just saturated that cord. And the reason you can do that is because now we've created all those voids where the gel wax can't get to it. The other thing I'm going to do is take my old bundle of scrap so it doesn't go to waste. Since I've already got my gel wax going here. Okay, there they are. They're still hot, but I'll show them to you when they're dry, when they're set up. And since I do have enough, I'm going to go ahead and make a lint log. Voila! Okay, it's time for a burn test. What I have are just one of my gel wax cotton balls, the new jute cord, gel wax jute cord, and an old lint log that I've had for a while. So what I'm going to do is just cut off pieces because, I might take this whole thing with me, but I'm not going to burn the whole thing. It would be a waste. Of course, I don't need it, the whole thing, just to start a fire. So I'm going to try to chop off a piece of these and we'll just do a burn test on them. There's a little piece of that. I think I'll cut off another one just so it's not on the end. By the way, that's my little Gerber axe. That's cute little axe. Cut off a piece of lint log. There we go. And I had cut this up earlier. That's a wad of scrap jute I didn't want to waste, so I may just light it just to see how tying it up like that works. And I'll just try that little piece. tragedy. Okay, I had to move the operation outside, obviously. It was raining earlier, that's why I was in the shop. So basically what you have here, in the back there's a lint log. This is a gel wax cotton ball, and this is the jute cord with the gel wax. I guess you noticed I had a hard time getting the jute cord started. What I had to do was actually expose. I had to take my knife and scrape the end of it to expose some jute cord. But of course the cotton ball and the lint log started right up. Okay, we're right at 12 minutes and the cotton ball looks like it's about to go. Of course, I'm used to getting 15 minutes or so, 15, 17 minutes out of the lint log, so I'm not surprised it's still going. And the jute cord is still burning. Okay guys, I'm going to call this a successful test. We ended up with about 13 and a half, 14 minutes on the cotton ball, right at 15 minutes with the 3 inches of the 9-ply jute cord twisted, and this lint log still going strong at about 18 minutes, so I wouldn't be surprised to get 20 minutes out of it. So lint log wins. real quick. I was trying to put this lint log out with the gel wax on it, and look, it's burning in the water. Don't tell me the ArtisanTony lint logs don't work.